who gave birth behind locked gates. It's 1724. Italy, a land of soaring cathedrals, simmering passions, and secrets whispered behind lace fans. Within the imposing walls of the Santa Maria della Consolazione convent in Milan, life adhered to a strict, unwavering rhythm of prayer, work, and silence. For young Sister Benedetta, barely 20 years old, this was the only world she had ever known. Her days were filled with the scent of beeswax candles and the murmur of Latin hymns. But one crisp autumn morning, that familiar cadence shattered. A piercing cry echoed through the stone corridors, not a cry of pain, but of new life. Sister Benedetta had given birth in a convent where contact with the outside world was forbidden. How could this be? The abbess, her face a mask of shock and fury, immediately sealed off the convent. A wall of silence descended, thicker and more impenetrable than the convent walls themselves. The church, already grappling with accusations of corruption, could ill afford a scandal of this magnitude. Whispers turned to accusations, and suspicion fell upon every sister within those hallowed walls. But one question hung heavy in the air. If Benedetta had never left the convent, who was the father? The Archbishop of Milan, a man known for his ruthlessness and unwavering devotion to the church, arrived to conduct a thorough investigation. He interrogated each nun, their testimonies, a tangled web of fear, half-truths, and outright lies. Suspicion quickly centered on the convent's chaplain, Father Alessandro, a charismatic man known for his fiery sermons and rumored fondness for the sisters. But Alessandro vehemently denied any involvement, swearing his innocence on the Holy Bible. He pointed the finger instead at the convent's gardener, a mute man named Marco, who occasionally entered the grounds to tend to the vegetable patches. Marco, unable to defend himself verbally, became an easy target for the growing hysteria. Yet something didn't add up. The Archbishop, despite his stern demeanor, sensed that he was being led astray. Benedetta herself remained cloaked in a veil of secrecy, offering only vague and contradictory accounts. Was she protecting someone? Or was she simply terrified of the consequences? The investigation stalled, trapped in a labyrinth of conjecture and deceit. Then came the twist. A hidden diary, tucked away beneath Benedetta's mattress, was discovered. Its pages were filled with a passionate, illicit love affair, not with Father Alessandro or Marco, but with Sister Chiara, Benedetta's closest confidant. The diary detailed secret rendezvous in the dead of night, stolen kisses in the shadows of the chapel, and a desperate longing for a life beyond the convent walls. But the diary also revealed a chilling detail. Chiara possessed a detailed knowledge of herbal remedies, including those used to induce pregnancy and, conversely, to terminate it. Could Chiara, driven by a twisted sense of love and control, have been responsible for Benedetta's pregnancy, or was she simply a pawn in a much larger game? The revelation sent shockwaves through the convent, shattering the already fragile trust between the sisters. The Archbishop, now facing a scandal of a different, even more dangerous kind, ordered Chiara to be confined to her cell, pending further investigation. But Chiara vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a single cryptic note. The truth is buried deeper than you think. With Chiara gone, the investigation spiraled into chaos. Rumors of witchcraft and demonic possession began to circulate, fueled by the sisters' growing paranoia and fear. The Archbishop, desperate to contain the situation, turned to increasingly draconian measures. He threatened excommunication, imprisonment, even death. One by one, the sisters began to crack under the pressure, offering false confessions and pointing fingers at each other. Benedetta, weakened by childbirth and tormented by guilt, finally broke down and confessed to a series of fantastical encounters with the devil, claiming that he had impregnated her in a demonic ritual. The archbishop, eager to find a scapegoat and restore order, declared Benedetta possessed and ordered an immediate exorcism. But as the exorcism began, a new piece of evidence emerged. A letter intercepted by a sympathetic kitchen maid, addressed to Benedetta from a wealthy nobleman in Florence. The letter revealed a secret arrangement. The nobleman had promised Benedetta a life of luxury and freedom if she could produce an heir to his dwindling fortune. The price: he would arrange a discreet visit to the convent, disguised as a visiting priest, to impregnate her.